Hey guys, BoHD here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition, which is one of the newest and highest spec tablets on the market today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this review and take a look at the outside of this device. So by first glance at the Note 10.1, you'll see it looks very similar to just about all of Samsung's recent devices. It has the standard sleep on and off buttons and volume controls, along with the IR blaster on the top of this device, with a speaker port and 3.5mm headphone jack on the left hand side. On the right side, you'll find the S Pen and micro SD card slot, and then nothing on the bottom except for the standard micro USB port for charging. On the front of this tablet lies the 2-megapixel front-facing camera and proximity sensors, along with the standard home and back and menu capacitive touch buttons down below. Now, while all of this is very standard for Samsung, the major difference between this tab and other Samsung tablets takes place on the back of this device, where the 8-megapixel camera and flash lie. On this back, Samsung decided to ditch its slimy plastic cover and replace it with an imitation leather cover that adds a lot more grip and feels much better in the hands. Now, this is imitation leather because it is still plastic with plastic fake stitching on the sides, and it is much better than previous Samsung covers, but I still get the feeling that Samsung just threw on this plastic leather back as a last-minute effort to tone down a lot of the criticism they received from the slimy plastic backs found on most of Samsung's older devices. Now, with that said, I think this leather back is a step in the right direction because it feels much better in the hands, but there's no question I would prefer a metal back, and I really wouldn't be surprised if we see Samsung include a metal back in the next generation. But if we dive into the Note's insides, we'll see a powerful tablet that really defines what it means to multitask on a 10-inch display. Inside this guy, we have a quad-core 1.9 GHz processor along with another 1.3 GHz quad-core processor to help with background applications. This means that the Note 10.1 is actually equipped with an octa-core processor, and it really shows when you use Samsung's multi-view feature. You can rearrange two applications to different sizes, and overall it works pretty well. The only issue I have found with the performance is with Samsung's TouchWiz OS that kind of stutters and glitches at times, and it's really anything but a smooth, buttery experience you find on stock Android. But with that said, being smooth and fast are two different things, and the Note 10.1 is definitely fast. But all of this performance wouldn't be as impressive if it weren't for a high-resolution display, and thankfully the Note 10.1 is accompanied with a beautiful one. Now, the 2014 Note 10.1 is among the top 10-inch tablets for its displays, as it has a 2560 by 1600 Super LCD display that gives it a 299 pixel per inch index. Basically, this translates to very crisp images and videos, and everything just looks amazing. For example, you can zoom into text or pictures and still have a very detailed image without being able to distinguish any pixels with the naked eye. I mean, I'm all about high definition HD displays, and the display on this tablet is very good. So with a fast processor and this beautiful display, Samsung has packed this tablet full of features that further add to the experience. For example, like all Note branded devices by Samsung, the 2014 edition Note includes an S Pen stylus that actually has some pretty cool features when you slide the S Pen out of its holder. In the Air Command menu, there's Action Memo, Scrapbooker, Screen Write, S-Finder, and Pen Window, which each offer an array of options in their own. With Scrapbooker, you can circle various info like text or YouTube videos and save them to your digital journal for you to take notes and view later. I've actually found this feature to work best for school or work since you can easily catalog information into one easily accessible place. The screen capture option lets you take screenshots of whatever you're viewing so that you can draw notes and pictures on the screen with the S Pen. It's pretty straightforward and is one of the oldest Note S Pen features, mostly because of its practicality. But also under the Air Command, you'll find the Pen Window feature, which lets you draw a window for you to open other applications in. All you have to do is draw a box and choose the application you want to open, and that's pretty much it. Overall, it works pretty well, although I would have liked to see it compatible with a lot more applications. But a lot of the other features essentially just let you take notes and search for your notes with the use of the S Pen, and are very simple and straightforward, and they work pretty well. There's really not much more I can say about that besides the fact that the S Pen definitely makes writing and drawing on this 10-inch tablet much easier than if you were to use your finger. Now, there are a ton of features Samsung equipped with the Note 10.1, but they are essentially just the same features already found on other devices like the Galaxy S4, with an exception to the S Pen features I just mentioned. Now, while we're on the topic of features, the camera in this Note also has a ton of Samsung features or modes that let you capture a variety of different pictures. All you have to do is click on the mode on the side of the camera app, and you can choose from all sorts of options like drama shot, sports shot, beauty shot, and many more modes you'll also find on just about any recent Samsung device. But as for the pictures themselves, they really aren't very good. I mean, they'll satisfy your picture taking needs, but if you want a high quality camera, you really should invest in a smartphone or standalone digital camera, because the images this tablet produces are slightly dull and noisy, and are just okay at best. It really begs the question of whether or not a high quality rear facing camera is really even necessary in a tablet. So with all of these features and hardware specs, you are probably wondering about the battery life. Now I've used this tablet on and off, and I can say the battery life is actually pretty solid, giving me about 8 hours of heavy use and several days on standby with moderate use. The only real downside with the battery life is the standby time, which wasn't that great compared to my Nexus 7, which has a much smaller battery, but will only lose a couple of percentage points of battery life overnight, compared to the 10 plus points lost in the Galaxy Note. Now this is especially concerning since both devices are running Android 4.3, which makes me think Samsung hasn't properly optimized the software of the Note. So that's obviously not good, but in theory it can be fixed in a software update, so I still have hope that the battery life can be improved. Now to conclude my review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition, I can say this is one of the best tablets on the market and will be able to handle all your Android tablet needs. It will be able to handle just about any application you throw at it, and with the high resolution display, the fast processor, and all of Samsung's features including the S Pen, it really is a top competitor in the tablet market, and I really can recommend it to anyone who wants the best spec tablet in the world and who is willing to pay the price for one. And I say that because this device is expensive, with the 60GB Wi-Fi version costing right around $550, so it's really going to depend upon whether or not you need the latest and greatest in high-spec devices. But these are my thoughts and opinions on the Galaxy Note 10.1. What do you like about the 2014 Note 10.1? Do you think it's worth the money, and do you plan on buying one? I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say, so let me know down below in a comment, and you could be featured in my next video. And if you're new to my channel and you like these tech news and reviews, you can always subscribe right down here to stay up to date with all my latest tech videos. But with that said, that's gonna about do it for this video, guys. If you want to check out my unboxing of this tablet, you can do so right down below, or you can take a look at my review of the LG G2 if that's something you'd be interested in. But as always, guys, I'm BoHD from How To and More. Thanks for watching.